Hello, it's Dr. Rhoda again, and welcome back to another edition of A Successful Transition from Monogamy to Open. I'm back this week. Thanks for giving me the week off. I had a great time in Palm Springs, and I feel much better, and it's time to get back to work. So a while ago, when I was asking different people what they thought would be some great subjects to talk about, the subject of insecurity came up. And let's face it, while yes, when you go into open relationships, your insecurity can really get triggered. Yet insecurity is an issue that everyone, no matter what type of relationship dynamic you're in, struggle with. We all have our issues with insecurity. And basically what it comes down to is insecurity is fear. It's all about the fear response, the things that we're afraid of. We're afraid we're not good enough. We're afraid we're not smart enough. We're not good looking enough. We're not tall enough. We're not short enough. We're not thin enough. We're not curvy enough. We're not whatever enough. And that list can go on and on. And there are a lot of different things that can cause your insecurity to come up, because self-confidence ebbs and flows in life. And you're going to have periods in your life where you may feel very confident, and then things happen, and it's going to cause you to feel less confident. Or maybe you feel confident at work, but you don't feel confident in other areas of your life. And so it's not like self-confidence is this place you get to and then you just stay there. It's an ever-evolving place. It's a lot of shifting sand when it comes to confidence, or when it comes to your feeling insecure. So one of the things that causes insecure is this tendency that we have to want to compare ourselves to others. And particularly when you go into open relationships, this can be a big issue for people. We think we're not attractive enough. We think, if I'm going to go do that, I've got to lose 20 pounds because I don't look like the other people, or they're all going to look like supermodels, or what is that, comparing ourselves? Oh, well, I'm not as good at making conversation with people, so it's going to be awkward for me. And that isn't necessarily the case. When you think about comparison, you have to remember that you are comparing all the crap in the back of your head that is there to what other people are showing to the world. And they are often showing their best self. They're not showing you their insecurity. They're not showing you their fears. Their on-stage presence is not about what's in the background. So you can't really honestly compare yourself to other people, because you're not comparing apples to apples. You're comparing apples to rotting garbage. Like it's not the same thing. So you have to stop, first of all, comparing yourself to everyone else. You're you. You're supposed to be you. You're supposed to be unique. You're not supposed to be like everyone else. The other thing that is often a huge problem for people is that oftentimes human beings have this desire for a level of certainty in their life. They want to know what to expect. They want to know that they can control a situation. And yet our lives are not about certainty. Our lives are not about control. There's so little in life that we actually can control. We never know what's going to happen next. And there's always uncertainty throughout pretty much every day of our lives. We never know what's going to happen. And it's that insecurity and that fear about wanting certainty that causes so many people to hold themselves back. Because there's that part of their brain that tells themselves, I'm not going to be able to handle it. What if this happens? Oh my God, I'm going to freak out. It's all going to be terrible. And I always remind people, particularly when I'm working with them about anxiety, it's that you have to remind yourself that whatever happens, you will figure it out. You may not have the answer right at this moment, and you don't have to have the answer right at this moment, because this thing you're thinking about isn't actually happening. So you don't need the answer. But it's remembering that in the moment, you will be able to figure it out, that it will not be the end of the world. It's not the old joke that I used to hear, oh my God, I'll lose my job, I'll starve, and I'll die. You're not going to starve and die, even if you lose your job. You'll go find another one. You will figure it out. And it's the same way with that desire for certainty. You have to remind yourself that you will figure it out. There also tends to be this belief that our thoughts are actually real. And they're not. We have thousands and thousands of thoughts every day, and most of them don't mean a thing. Most of them are not important enough to pay attention to every little thought. And the problem with insecurity is that we have this thought, like let's say you go to a party and maybe you don't know a lot of people, and you walk in and your thought is, oh geez, I don't know anyone. Are they even going to like me? Are they going to talk to me? And you allow your thoughts about this to take over. Like you stay stuck in those thoughts of, oh, this is going to be terrible. This is going to be a bad party. Oh my God, no one's going to talk to me. No one's going to like me. Well, of course they're not, when in your head you keep telling yourself that A, it's going to be bad, B, these people aren't going to like me. You're already putting off a vibe of people are going, what's with this person? Why are they acting so off? So you have to not believe every thought as if it is somehow rocket science. It's not. It's a thought. Let it go. And I think sometimes we somehow expect from looking at other people, and it kind of go back to that comparison thing, that we expect that this should be easy. We expect that our confidence and our ability to manage our insecurity should somehow be easy because we see these other people doing it who appear to be so confident, and we think it's easy for them. So therefore we think, well, it should be easy for us and it's not easy for me, so therefore there's something wrong with me. We have to stop expecting that it's going to be easy. It's often not easy. You often have to really have this kind of conscious conversation in the back of your head of, it's okay, I can do this. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to be uneasy. I'll just do it. And we forget that, confidence is not a destination you just get to and stay there. It's an ever evolving journey. It's constantly the shifting sand of some days you feel really confident in some areas and other days you don't. You're not just going to get to this place of confidence and all your insecurities are going to be gone. It doesn't work that way. And so you have to remember to think about the difference between what your expectations are and what reality is. The reality is that confidence and insecurity are things that we all struggle with throughout our whole lives. And at times it's better and at times it's not, depending on what's happening to us. If you just lost your job, you not be feeling very confident. But if you're doing really well at work or your relationship is going well, you may be feeling a lot more confident and it just seems easier. So you have to remind yourself of that. So on Thursday, I think we'll finish up and we'll talk a little bit more about different ways to improve and strengthen your self-confidence and fight back against the insecurity, to make that easier for you so you have a little bit more knowledge about that. So that's all for today, and I will see you on Thursday, and thanks for joining me. Bye for now. Bye.